Welcome back to Tech Ed Guru tutorials. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create an XML document. So very quickly, what is XML? XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. It is a markup language. It's a flexible text format for creating structured data documents. XML was designed to transport and store data. XML is based on a W3C standard. I want to create an XML document from these data. These data describe my collection of CDs. This is a nice structured table, could have come from Excel spreadsheet or a database table. If you like, you can use the Notepad editor and manually convert the data to XML. However, there are many tools out there that make the job a little easier. I like XML Notepad 2007, which is a free tool. Simply search for MS Notepad 2007 and download the software. After downloading, simply run the installation program. When ready, double click on the shortcut and run the program, and I will walk you through this example. Let me show you how to create an XML document from these data. Let's try to understand the data just a little. So this is obviously a catalog of CDs. One catalog contains multiple CDs. So the CDs are called the child elements of the catalog element. Catalog is the top level element or the root element. Each CD contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements: title, artist, company, price, and year. So keep that in mind, and let's start the XML editor and start inserting the data. So we're going to start with the first element. Before or after doesn't matter for the first element. The top level element or the first element is catalog. Then highlight catalog and say insert element child. We want to insert a child element to the catalog. CD. Then select CD and say insert element child, and we want to insert title, and the value of the title is Hide Your Heart. Go back to CD, insert element, another child element. In this case, the next element is artist, and the artist or the value of that element is Bonnie Tyler. Let's go back to CD, insert element child. In this case, price. I'm not going to enter all of them. 9.90. Okay, so we entered one CD. I haven't entered all the data yet, but let's go back and now entered another CD. The easiest way to do that is to highlight CD, edit, copy, go back and select the catalog and say edit, paste. So now the second CD appears, and what you could do now here is to just edit the values. You still need, of course, the title, artist, and price. So in this case, the title is Greatest Hits, the artist is Dolly Parton, and the price is $9.90 again. Okay, so we got two elements in here. So this is how you could easily create an XML document. Now you want to see what your XML document is exactly going to look like. This is not what an XML document looks like. So one thing you could do is to select XSL output and scroll down here. Ignore the text that appears in yellow here. Below, underneath that, is your XML document. So you have a catalog, which is the root element, which begins here and ends here, within which you have two CD elements. I only entered two CD elements, and each CD element has a title, artist, and price, and so forth. Now I'm going to go back and read my complete document, which contains all of those 6 elements, so that it looks a little more interesting. And here is that document, and you can go ahead and save it as whatever you like. I'm going to save that one to my desktop as 1.xml. That's okay. And now let's go back and close the editor and try opening the document in a text editor or in a notepad editor just to see what it looks like. So if you entered all the data, saved the file as 1.xml, and if you go back and now open the file in a text editor, this is what that document is going to look like. Now you notice that we typed in most of this data, catalog, CDs, CD1, CD2, etc. But we did not put this one in there. This is called the XML prologue. Basically says the type of XML document that you have, and a statement like that should always appear at the top of every XML document. In this case, the editor automatically puts that in for us. So this is the XML document. Now, what can you do with this XML document? Remember, I said earlier that it is used to store data. So we are able to store a table in a nice XML format. And now many applications, pretty much all the applications today understand XML. Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, all the database applications, even the browsers, they all understand XML. So let me quickly show you what happens when I drop this file on to Excel. So let's try that one next. Okay, so I just opened Excel and I'm going to drag and drop 1.xml onto this worksheet, and it's saying please select how you would like to open this file. I'm going to say as an XML table. Click on the OK for the next dialog box, and that's your table. So in this case, you notice that we started with a table, we converted that to XML, and as soon as we brought that file inside Excel, the Excel was able to interpret the file in a meaningful way. So this is the power of XML. Now let's also try reading the file in the Internet Explorer. Okay, so I open the Explorer and I'm going to drag that 1.xml file right on top of this sheet here, and that's your XML file again. So you notice that the browser is also able to understand the XML, and here you can allow the blocked content. So you can now, for example, collapse this CD or collapse the whole catalog, expand it, etc. So it understands the structure of XML. Okay, so summarizing, we were able to create an XML document, a simple XML document from a table. And here are the terms that we came across. XML prologue, the line that appeared in the 1.xml file right at the top. The catalog, which is the top level element, is called the root element in XML terminology. The root element can have child element. CDs are child elements of catalog. Then title, artist, etc. are child elements of CDs, and so forth. Okay, so that was a quick introduction to XML. I hope you liked it. I have many more tutorials coming up on XML. I suggest you visit my site tech@guru.com. It contains tutorials on many topics, especially programming languages like Java, C#, Visual Basic, etc. Thank you for listening.